Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a fantastic week. In today's video, I am going to give you a top 7 of stocks that I like for big moves. And we're also going to do some review on some of the stocks that sold this last week. If you are not in the habit of tracking your trades, I recommend and think it's definitely worthwhile to do so. So how I track my trades is by strategy. I track my win rate and how much gain per pick I had. So far in the month of November, I am only up 0.31% in my picks. This has been a tougher month for sure. I have only had one losing month this month, and hopefully we can keep this in the green and keep this going. But year to date, personally, I am at a 185.50% gain. I don't say that to brag. I'm just saying that if you have solid trading strategies and you track your trades and you stay diligent to your entry points and exit points and don't make mistakes within your strategy, you can have triple digit gains. Now, I am not a financial advisor. Of course, you need to do your own due diligence, and this is for entertainment purposes only. But I am a stock trader who has had a lot of success in the past, but that is no guarantee of success in the future. Before I get going in this video, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group, and there's a link in the description down below. Anyway, that's a great group. That basic membership is great for you, and in that it's $27 a month, and with just one great trade, you will easily make that up. All right, let's cover the different stocks that sold this last week. The first is of the insiders. I sold VOXX for a 12.54% gain. Sold RCII for a 0.80% gain. SKLZ for a 4.93% loss, and XELA for a 4.33% loss. So that was 2 out of 4, 50% win rate, 1.02% average gain per pick. So much lower than normal. Over the last 5 years, the insider swing play has netted me a 70% win rate with an average gain per pick of 3% per pick. All right, in the golden strategy, I had a golden strategy sell from the top 7 this last week, and I decided to part ways with Bitfarm, ticker symbol BITF. The reason why I did that is because Bitcoin has passed a significant level of support, and so it could see some movement downwards and some downward pressure. And so for that reason, I decided to take my profits in Bitfarm. I sold it for a 29.37% gain, held it for 3 months, and I think that was a pretty good move. All right, let's get to the market and kind of talk about the market. You can see I pulled this up right away, right behind me. We had this monster wave 1, and now we've been in this kind of consolidation phase. Although on Friday we had a new all-time high just for a second. It just doesn't seem like that. Boy, it's been a tough movement here. And what we might have had is now we might start wave 2. I have this gap open down here. Now gaps do fill and have a tendency to fill, and this could be coming down to fill this gap. Most likely though, the bulls will come in and probably pick up shares right around 462 when the SPY starts to get down around 462. I can see them step in big time, and for it to move upwards towards wave 3. So I'm a big believer that the stock market moves in waves, in 5 wave sequences called the Elliott wave. There's 5 wave sequences that can be up, a bullish Elliott wave, or there can be 5 wave sequences that are down, a bearish Elliott wave, and you can have 3 wave corrections. 3 wave corrections can be positive or negative based upon how the market's been moving. That's a contrary move as it goes on. Right now, personally, in my opinion, we are at the beginnings of a wave 2, or we may have had a wave 2, and believe it or not, we're starting a wave 3, but I don't think so. I think this is going to dip just a little bit more. It just hasn't dipped that much. I can see this really flattening out and start to dip before we head much higher. Wave 3 is always the longest of the waves, and so expecting a very bullish run after that. And after wave 5, I could see a market correction. Those are typically the waves where you will see a big negative move downwards if you have been moving positive for a while. All right, let's get into this top 7. Start talking about these different stocks. I have 7 different stocks. I only have one new one to report this week. that from the top 7 of last week, only one sold, and that was Bitfarm, hit our exit point. But let's quickly cover these other ones. The first is CTI Biopharma, ticker symbol CTIC. This is a PDUFA run-up play. I have a personal price target on this of $4 a share. $2.75 is my personal average. Since calling this out, it is down 9.82%. So this one has not been performing yet, but we have that important date coming up on November 30th, and it is really approaching, and no real updates this last week, in that the whole market, all the biotechs really dropped this last week and did not do well, along with the Russell not doing well. Now, I think that this is going to move forward as we get closer and closer to that date. It just hasn't run yet. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 is BYSI, suffering from the same thing, the Russell doing so poorly. This is beyond spring, and this is a PDUFA run-up play. My personal price target for this is $23 a share. My average in it's $15.45. I'm down 14.26%, so this has not been pretty so far. But we should see a push this next week. This is really coming up, and if we can just get above this here, I could see a move to our gap and see a gap close all the way up here right around 22. And so that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm expecting this next week, especially as we move up to that FDA decision. All right, number 5 is Safehold, ticker symbol SAFE, another insider swing play. My target for this is $100 a share. My average in it is $73.50. Since calling this out, is down 3.22%. This one really does not make a lot of sense at all. There has been insider activity all the way through here, and it continues to move downwards, even with all those insider activity purchases by iStar. Now we've had this bottom here, and I expect it to finally start to move in the right direction. This has been very strange, but I do believe in this stock and know with that insider activity that it's going to move forward. Number 4 is FENC Pharma, and this one's doing rather well for us. This is a PDUFA run-up play. My target for this is $13 a share. My average in it's $8.74. Since calling this out, it is up 12.45%. Hopefully all of you got in on this early and have enjoyed this really nice run. November 27th is their PDUFA date where they could get FDA approval, so that is definitely coming up this next week, and it should be interesting to see how this stock performs over the next week. So the drug is for hearing loss. It's very significant, and I do expect that it will be very good, so we should see a nice move on this coming week. All right, number 3 is Biodelivery Systems, ticker symbol BDSI. This is an insider swing play. My personal price target for this is $4.15. My average in it's $3.30 since calling it out. It is down 6.92%. Small caps really struggling this last week with the Russell, but H.C. Wainwright analyst upgraded this to $6 as an price target on that. Very significant to have that, and there has been some insider activity this week to report, and so it's nice to see all that support on this, but it has not been going our way yet. But a lot of times when insiders buy in, there can be these lulls as it moves out. Just waiting for news on this one. This one appears, I think, could be a news insider. Maybe you could look at it as a value insider too. Definitely, as this has moved down, we are definitely at value parts here with right around a 30 RSI. So it's only up from here, at least in my opinion. Hopefully all of you have made some money on this somehow, picked up a bottom much better than me. But I do expect this one to move eventually. Number 2 is EverQuote, ticker symbol EVR. Number 2 is EverQuote, ticker symbol EVER. This is an insider swing play. My personal price target for this is $17.15. Since calling this out, it is up 0.98%. My average, and it's $14.84. Insiders loading every day on this. Lots and lots of value. Insiders also loaded on Friday and aftermarket, and so that really significant recent insider activity makes me think something is up. This has been constant going. This is a fantastic value, and they continue to buy down here at these really low values. We did not close that gap yet, and so we bounced against resistance here, and now we're coming back down. I expect it to come up and at least hit this level in the near term. So this one should do rather well this next week. Number 1 is another one that's had massive insider activity and is a terrific value. This is DraftKings, ticker symbol DKNG. My personal price target for this is $45.03. My average in at $38.33 since calling this out is down 5.8%. So you've missed nothing on this if you haven't got in on this yet. But now it is at critical levels. I mean, way, way too low. Insiders continued to buy. We had more insider activity on Friday reported this last week. It is ridiculously oversold and a huge value. I have high conviction that this one will turn around and be very good. So this last week, you definitely could have gotten down on the stock market and just thrown your hands up in the air and said, you know what, nothing works. But that is not the case. We're just having a minor pullback right now. Good times are coming. We're about to get into wave 3, and then it will be a different story. But yes, it has been tough, that is for sure, especially for the smaller to mid caps. I wish all of you the best in the stock market. Please reach out to me in the comment section down below with any questions that you might have. And let's have a great week. What do you say? Raythoven out.